children, today we are going to start our new chapter, that is measures of angles, measures of lines and angles. Okay, what is measures of lines of angles? Measures of lines and angles. Measures of lines and angles. So, now what is measure of lines and angles? How to measure a line? With a ruler? Yes. And we have seen some basic geometrical ideas in chapter 4. In that, we have learned what is an acute angle, what is a triangle, how the triangle is measured. Yes, we have learned, yes or no? In the same way, today we are going to learn some measures of lines and angles. If the line they have given certain ray, certain line, if they give, how to measure that line? With a ruler. But how to know the value of the given line? And if they give the angles also, how the compass is used for that, how the protractor is used, we are going to learn in this lesson, in this chapter. Okay. So, important points now. Comparison of the lengths of line segment and the measures of angles between them by looking at them is not possible. If the lengths or the measures are so close to each other, then we require a accurate tool device to compare them. So, for example, this is board, Nana. This is board. Now, to know the value, to know this, the value of to know this measurement, we need a certain tool. Alright? We need a tool to compare, we know the measurement, to know the value of that. Yes? And a device to compare them. So, a tool or a device, we need to compare or measure them. Okay? The length of edges of a book, TV screen, edges of a bricks, etc. are like a line segment drawn through the edges. See, now how for example, I took the bird. What are the length of this bird? What is this length of the bird? What is the length of the window? What is the length of the book? What is the length of the chalk piece? What is the length of the chair? What is the length of the TV? Whatever it may be. Whatever item it may be. Yes, it is need to measure compulsory. We need to measure. To know the measurement of a certain things, we need a tools or a device. Yes. A line segment is a part of line with two endpoints. The measure of each line segment is length, and its length is used to compare line segment. Yes, for everything you are going to see a line segment in each of the following. Yes, in each. See, for example, I am taking the board only. See, I am taking the board only. Yes, here to here, this is the line segment which is ending with 2 points. Yes. Yes, to know this measurement, the length, it is a length, we need a length measurement. Yes, now, the length of two line segment is compared with simple observation, tracing on a paper and comparing using instrument. So, to know this value, how much the length of this measurement, to know this value, yes, to know this, we need, it is called a simple observation or tracing. By tracing a paper also, we can know the, we can compare the length, and by using the instrument also. We are going to measure the length. Yes. The instrument used to compare and draw line segment are ruler and divider. What are the measurements we require? Ruler and device we need. Yes. What is a ruler? Ruler means nothing but a scale. The ruler is divided into 15 big parts are marked along one of its edge. Each of these 15 parts is of length 1 centimeter. Each center is divided into 10 parts again, and each part is divided into 1 millimeter. Now, ruler. How the ruler it will be? How the ruler it will be? It is divided into 15 parts. Yes. If it is small, it is 15. If it is big, it is equal to 30. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes. And each this 1 to 2 is called 1 unit. That is 1 centimeter. That is 1 centimeter. In this 1 centimeter, again, each part is divided into 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 equal parts. Each from 1 to 2. From 1 to 2, again it is equal. It is divided into 10 equal parts. That is 1 mm. That is 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter. Yes, 1 millimeter. Now, yes, to avoid an error due to angular weaving while measuring the length of a line segment, a better way is used to a divider. To avoid something weaving means we have to, for example, we are going to take a 6 units. So from here, when you take the point here to here, exactly the points are divided. So to view easily, we are using divider. Yes, divider. Angle is formed between two rays or two line segments. The angle formed by your arm to your body, when the arm is perpendicular to your body, is exactly 90 degrees, which is called a right angle, and an angle whose measure is exactly 90 is called rectangle. Now, by this, when a divider is used to take the 6 units, when it is going to be, check like this. A angle is formed or not? Angle is formed or not? Angle is formed. Angle is formed. So, if you take the measurement of your arm only, yes, if you raise your hand and if you keep like this, a angle is forming here. Yes, and if it is exactly like this, a right angle is forming. Yes, it is like this, no? A right angle is forming or not? In your arm also, in your body also, you are seeing here angles are forming or not? Yes, that is only we are learning. The angle whose measure is less than 90 degrees is called acute angle. The angle whose measure is more than 90 is called obtuse angle. The angle whose measure is exactly 180 degrees is called straight angle. The angle whose measure is exactly 0 is called zero angle. The angle whose measure is exactly 360 degrees is called complete angle. Yes, what is complete angle? What is complete angle? The angle which the ray, this is a ray, you think the ray which is completely formed is called, it is equal to 360 degrees, completely formed is nothing but a complete angle, is which is at 360 degrees, the ray which is below 90 degrees is acute angle. Below 90 degrees is acute angle. More than 90 degrees is equal to obtuse angle. More than 90 degrees. Then which is equal to 90 degrees is right angle, which is equal to right angle. Then the angle formed 180 degrees. The angle formed when you measure the angle which is equals to 180 degrees, it is exactly 180 degrees is called straight line. Straight line. Yes, that is nothing but this only. Yes. Now, which is exactly 0 degrees is called zero angle. Yes, understood? Less than 90 degrees, more than 90 degrees, and exactly 90 degrees, exactly 360 degrees is completely angle. The angle whose measure is more than 180 and less than 360 is called reflex angle. So, more than 180 and below 360 degrees. Below 360 degrees. Yes, more than 180 and below 360 degrees. Yes, reflex angle. When you measure the angle below 360 degrees, if you see, it is a reflex angle. The angles where the ray moves in opposite direction of the hands of a clock are called anti-clockwise. The anti-clockwise angles are denoted by a positive measure. The angles where the ray moves in opposite direction of the hands of the clock are called anti-clockwise. The anti-clockwise angles are denoted by positive measures. If the clock like this, Nana, if the clock like this, if it is rotating like this, yes, if it rotates like this, the angle which is called anti-clockwise direction, which is rotating in anti-clockwise direction, yes, the sign will be positive. When you measure, that sign will be positive. The angles where the ray moves in the direction of the hands of the clock are called clockwise direction. The clockwise are denoted by when the angles are moving in clockwise direction. That is when they are moving in clockwise direction. So they are clockwise direction. The angles or the measure will be negative. Okay. When they rotate in anti-clockwise, the measure will be positive, and when they rotate in anti-clockwise direction, the measures will be negative. The protractor is semicircular curved model with 180 equal divisions called degrees used to measure and construct angles. The protractor will be like this, Nana. The protractor will be in semicircle. The protractor will be in semicircle. Yes, like this. Like this it is denoted, and there we see the small lines here. Small lines here. And here also 10 millimeters can be seen. Yes. Yes, sir. It is called a semicircle. It is called a semicircular measure, and angles also can be seen in each unit, in each centimeter, in each unit we can see the angles, and such it is used to measure the angles, and also it is used to form the angles, and it is used to construct angles also. It is used to know the degrees. It is used to curve the circles. That is curve the angles also. The unit of measuring an angle is degree. It is 1/60th part of 1 revolution. When unit of a degree, it is 1 part. 1 part. It is to 360 degrees revolution. Okay. The angle is acute if it is measured smaller than the right of angle. When the angle is said to be acute, Nana, if it is less than 90 degrees. Yes, it is less than 90 degrees. So, if it is smaller than that of right angle, it is said to be 90 degrees. Yes, the obtuse is, the angle is obtuse, the measure is more than 90 degrees and less than 180 degrees. That is, 180 degrees, it is nothing but a straight line. Then more obtuse angle is said to be more than 90 degrees. Yes, if they give the measure, if they give the in the form of words also, if they give the obtuse, if it is more than 90 degrees, more than 180 degrees, more than 90 degrees and less than 180 degrees, it's said to be obtuse now. So that is, they are saying more than right angle triangle, means 90 degrees is nothing but right angle only, no, they are measuring, they are telling that. The reflex angle is more than straight angle and less than a complete angle. The reflex angle, what is reflex angle? Which is less than 360 degrees is called reflex angle. Yes, now here more than straight line, straight line means 180 degrees, more than straight line means that is, it should be more than 180 and less than a complete angle. Complete angle is nothing but 360 degrees. Yes, so it is called as reflex angle. Then clockwise direction steps up, then anti-clockwise angle. Identify the angle which is acute or obtuse. So the place the center point of the protractor on the vertex of the angle, adjust the protractor without shifting the center point from the vertex so that one arm of the angle is along the base. Nana, if you want to know it is an angle, if you want to know if it is an angle is obtuse or acute, what we have learned, acute means it is less than 90 degrees. If it is, when you measure the angle, for example, it is a protractor. Take a protractor and if you measure this, see for example, I am taking angle like this. When you measure the angle, if it is given the angle, so when you measure the protractor, keep a protractor with the point in the exactly at the center. When you keep there, when you measure that, if it is exactly less than 90 degrees, it is said to be acute angle. If the angle, when you measure with the protractor, with the point, you should not move with the point, Nana. Exactly, you have to keep a protractor at the point and you have to measure the protractor. Yes, then this is said to be a acute angle. When obtuse it's said to be, it is more than 90 degrees, and below 180 degrees. Below 180 degrees it is said to be obtuse angle. So by that protractor you can measure and tell it is a obtuse or acute angle. Then the table showing various measures of angles and their measurements. Types of angle measurement. Yes, types of angles and measurement. What are the types of angles we see? Yes, and we have learned some degrees also. Yes, what are they? Yes, types of angles: acute angle, obtuse angle, zero angle, straight angle, yes, and complete angle, reflex angle. Yes, we have learned these angles till now. How can you see? How can you measure acute angle, obtuse angle, zero angle? If acute angle is less than 90 degrees. Yes, it is said to be 90 degrees. It is said to be if it lies between 0 to 90. If obtuse angle it lies between 90 to 180. Zero angle, straight angle 180 degrees, complete angle 360 degrees, reflex angle it lies between 180 degrees to 360 degrees. Yes, between. Then what are the other angles? Yes, these are the types of angles, and we can measure these type of angles with the protractor, with the help of protractor. Then if the two distinct lines of a plane which have a common point are intersecting line, if two lines or planes have a common point, they are called intersecting lines. See, if the two lines are having the same point, that means here the one other line is intersecting another line, means it is going from the middle. So that angle is said to be intersecting lines. If two intersecting lines are perpendicular, if the angle between them is right angle. If the two intersecting, see, if I am drawing like this, another line it is intersecting here. If the line is drawn a straight line, another line if it is going in a sleeping line, means here the line is intersecting or not. Here a right angle it is forming or not. Yes, a perpendicular to each other, so it is said to be a right angle triangle. Right angle. Two parallel lines do not have any common point. Yes, the two parallel lines means the lines which is opposite to each other are said to be a parallel lines. These are said to be a parallel lines. Here they don't have any common point. Here they don't have any common point. Angles where the terminal rays moves in the opposite direction of the hands of the clock are called anti-clockwise angle. They are denoted by positive signs. Yes, we have learned already. If the angles rotate in anti-clockwise direction, the measures will be in positive. Yes, if they rotate in clockwise direction, the measures will be in negative. Yes. Now, angles where the rays moving the anti-clockwise are denoted in negative sign. Yes. Example. Types of angles. Here the types of angles they have given. See everyone. Types of acute angle, it will be exactly. See here, it is less than 90 degrees. If you observe, if you measure with the protractor, you will be knowing the acute angle will be less than 90 degrees. Nana. Here obtuse angle will be more than 90 degrees. Yes, and here right angle exactly it is in L shape, so which is equal to 90 degrees. And here straight line, the angle is like a line segment, which is a ray which is completely the straight line. Reflex angle means it is below, it is lying below 180 degrees and also 360 degrees. A zero angle has no angle. So till here we have completed our introduction. Now from tomorrow we will be going to exercises. That is, now everyone learn the concepts of key concepts and also completing the classwork. Okay, thank you.